Hello everyone, I am Kamal, your chemistry teacher, and today we will going to start our last topic of the chapter number 3, that is elements, compounds and mixture. And today's our topic is chromatography. So let's start our topic, that is chromatography. So here in chromatography, chroma indicates to the color. So this is one of the latest technique that is used to separate the colored components of a mixture. So this technique is used to separate the colored components of the mixture, and these colored components having the similar properties. Okay, so chromatography is a technique that is used to separate the colored components that are present in a mixture and having the similar properties. But now these days this chromatographic technique can be used for the colorless substances also. Okay, so here we can see the chromatography, the process of separating the different dissolved constituents of a mixture by their adsorption on an appropriate adsorbent is called chromatography. So the process of separating the dissolved constituents of mixture by their adsorption on the adsorbent. So here what do you mean by adsorption and adsorbent? Let's see first adsorption. Every liquid or solid surface has tendency to attract the molecules from outside and retain them on the surface. So mostly the solids have the tendency to attract the molecules from outside and retain on the surface. That doesn't means to allow that molecules into the surface. They only retain the molecules on the surface. So that is called the adsorption, when the solid attracts the molecule on the surface and retain them on that surface only. So next one is adsorbent. What do you mean by adsorbent? So it is the substance, mainly solids, at which the adsorption takes place. So adsorbent is the substance at which the adsorption takes place. That is called the adsorbent. Let's see. Here this is the adsorption process. Here you can see the molecules that are outside the surface and retain on the surface. Not they have to pass on this surface. So this is the adsorbent, because here the adsorption takes place and these are the molecules that adsorb on that surface. So these are called the adsorbate. Okay, these molecules are called adsorbate. Next is principle. Means the chromatography based on which principle? Okay, chromatography separates the components of a mixture on the basis of difference between the two phases. It depends upon the two phases. One is the stationary phase, that is non-moving. Stationary means that doesn't move, and the other one is the mobile phase. So here the chromatographic principle is based on the two phases. Okay, one is the stationary phase and the other one is the mobile phase. So the simplest type of chromatography is paper chromatography. Here today we will study paper chromatography, and with the help of paper chromatography we have to separate the colored components in a mixture. So let's see how we will separate the color components with the help of paper chromatography. In this method, special paper is used, that is called the chromatographic paper. So for this paper chromatography we have to use a special type of paper, that is called the chromatographic paper. It is taken along with a solvent. Here we have to use solvent also, in which we have to dip that paper. Here the filter paper acts as a stationary phase in which the separation of the components occur. we have to take two phases. One is the stationary phase and the other one is the mobile phase. So filter paper act as a stationary phase in which the separation takes place, and the solvent is the mobile phase. Okay, so what we have to do is, firstly we have to draw a line. We have to draw a line with a pencil near the bottom edge of the paper. Here you can see this is a filter paper that is called the chromatographic paper, and this is a stationary phase. Okay, we have to draw a line with the help of pencil at the bottom of this paper. Then a drop of mixture is placed on the filter paper above this line. We have to place a drop of mixture above this line. This is the second stage. Like this, you have to place a drop of mixture above this line. Okay. So next is, paper is dipped into the solvent that is taken into a beaker. We have to take solvent in a beaker and we have to dip that paper in that solvent. The line drawn must above the level of the solvent. You must have to remember that the line that you have to draw on the filter paper, that must be above the level of the solvent. Like this. This is a solvent, that is a moving phase. Okay. The filter paper that you have dipped, the line is above the level of the solvent. This is the filter paper, that is the stationary phase, and this is a solvent, this is a moving phase. So next one is, the solvent rises on the filter paper along with it drop of the mixture. Okay. Then after some time, what will happen? The solvent rises on the filter paper along with the drops of mixture that we have to separate. Okay. The component of the drop which is more soluble rise faster. The component which is more soluble in water, that rises faster. We see various spots on the filter paper. Here you can see, we have to dip a filter paper in a solvent and the line is above. After some time, what will happen? The filter paper, the drop, that is a mixture of various components, these drops rises with the solvent. Okay. So here you can see the different colored components. Okay. The solubility which is more soluble, that rise faster as compared to the other one. So here you can see the various color drops. So here with the help of this paper, chromatographic paper, and with the help of solvent, you have to separate the colored components. So after this, the paper is removed from the solvent and dried. Then you have to remove that paper on the solvent and you have to dry this paper. Okay. So firstly, what you have to do? You have to draw a line at the bottom edge. Then you have to place a drop of mixture above this line. Then you have to dip that paper on the solvent and the line is above the level of solvent. Then after some time, what will happen? The mixture, that is a colored mixture, that rises with the solvent and you have appeared different layers here. Okay. So after this, you have to dry that paper. Okay. So this is the paper chromatographic technique. So next one is the uses of paper chromatography. Where the paper chromatography used? It is used in the medical field for separating the amino acids, separating the components of urine, identifying hormones, analyzing blood samples. So in the medical field, the paper chromatography is used. Next one is in industries. It can also used in industries also. Okay, it is used for testing and identifying the chemicals, separating the dyestuffs, testing the purities of drugs with the help of paper chromatography. In forensic labs, it is used for blood sample testing, cloth samples and other body fluids collected from the crime sites. And in the commercial field, it can be used for testing the meat samples, testing the purity of canned food items, etc. I hope this will be clear for you. Thanks.